Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the Art So Wonderful show. And before I talk about our wonderful guests here, and then we'll let me introduce yourself in a few minutes. I just want to go over what Art So Wonderful is doing. And Art So Wonderful is we have our opening. We opened our new art gallery and performing center in the University Mall, and it's incredible. I mean, every time I sit in there, I see all that wonderful art from people around Vermont. All the artists, and now we have a performing stage in it, and so we're gonna be doing like open mic, poetry, performances, you name it. It's gonna be right there in our space room, and I'm so excited. And another thing's happening too is that we have our for Jazz Fest. We're part of Jazz Fest this year, and the weekend in Juneteenth, and so. When I leave this interview, I'm going to be going down to the Jazz Fest on the waterfront, enjoy some of the music, and help out down there with the marketing team. But on Juneteenth, what exciting event we're going to have. We're going to be doing a mural that's going to be right next to the Moran frame. That's going to be put right next to the Moran frame. And the Moran frame is down on the waterfront in Burlington. And so we have this cool mural. It's going to be 104 feet, 8 feet high, and 104 feet long. That we're going to be like a paint by numbers. We're going to design it. Some of our artists are going to design it at our art gallery starting this week. And they're gonna put their ideas of what they think should be, what's wonderful about Vermont and what's wonderful about the world, and every cool thing they can think of. And then we're gonna take it down to June 17th, Juneteenth for Burlington Juneteenth event celebration, right on Church Street Marketplace, right in front of Burlington City Arts. And we're gonna have our canvas laid down there, and people in the community will walk up to it, and they actually will like kind of pay by numbers. So our artists gonna be like guiding them, hey, stay in the lines, they take purple, whatever. So I'm very excited about that as well. So now, I think she should have a drummer's roll or something, man, when I introduce our guest here, It was Rajnii Eddins. And I'm telling you, he's been my friend for God. How long, Rajnii? How long have we been?
Oh my goodness, probably close to 12, 13 years.
13 years. Wow. How incredible is that, man? And ever since I've known you, you've been like incredible with the arts and music and your mind, your body, and your soul type, who you are. Man, you've got a couple books out now, and we're going to talk about all that. And going to help your daughter do a child's book as well. How cool is that? And I remember her when she was a little thing. Now she's like, how old is she?
She'll be 12 this year.
Wow, 12 years old, bro. And she's like a part of everything you do because she's always with you in all the events and everything. So why don't you introduce yourself now, since I kind of introduced you, but go right ahead. Why don't you introduce yourself to the public?
Well, it's a blessing to be here with you, brother. My name is Rajnii Eddins. I'm a poet, facilitator, community organizer, wear a number of hats. So I've been performing and expressing myself probably for close to 30 plus years now. So I use my art as a way to build community, to confront white supremacy, to affirm mutual humanity. So I'm just glad to be here with you today, and glad to honor to stay together.
And now one other thing too, I'm so excited about is that Rajnii's gonna be like in our space on the stage. We're gonna be doing some. We're gonna be doing some performances, some poetry, whatever we're gonna do. I mean, you're so collective. So what's happening? Are you gonna bring other people too?
Yeah, we have some music. We have an amazing regular event that's been around since about September 11, 2020, called the Black Artist Showcase. So we have a host of different local artists of African descent across the diaspora, sharing their dynamic and amazing poetry, music, storytelling, visual arts. We'll have some art for sale, for people sharing their wares and their merch. So this will be a really positive, productive event, and space to be inspired and empowered.
Well, since we're talking about that, why don't you go over some of the dates that, things are happening around? Because I was in the library or something, and I'm like, dang, I'm so glad you left this here, because I picked up like 4 things, you know what I'm saying, that was going on, that's going on. So why don't you explain some of the things that's happening that people can go and enjoy and learn about other people who are doing besides the work you do in poetry and music and all other mind, body, and soul type stuff they do. Why don't you explain it?
Definitely. Well, we have a host of events throughout town. I'd be remiss to not mention my role as Director of Culture and Empowerment with the Richard Kemp Center, which is the first ever Black-owned community empowerment center in the history of Burlington, Vermont, and Vermont, I believe, as well, as an extension of the Vermont Racial Justice Alliance. But we have a host of different events, so maybe I'll share some of the cultural activities and some of the opportunities to engage with the center proper. We have an event called the Poetry Experience that happens second and fourth Saturdays at Fletcher Free Library from 1 to 3 p.m., which will be at this coming Saturday. It's an opportunity to engage and share your art, no matter if you're just a burgeoning poet, you've never experienced writing at all, or you feel you just need a rekindling of that inspiration. Definitely a welcome space. We also do a monthly Black Artist Showcase and have several more coming up this month. The next one's going to be on June 16th at the Venetian Soda Lounge from 6 to 8 p.m. and then again on the 30th at Crew Coffee from 6 to 8 p.m. as well. You can learn more about these opportunities to engage at Instagram, Black Artist Showcase VT for more information. And I also like to share the upcoming events with the Richard Kemp Center, which we have a summer activities program that's open to you that you can find out more information about at www.richardkempcenter.org. So definitely feel welcome to attend and share the word and get people into the space. We have a monthly game night that happens third Fridays from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Richard Kemp Center, which is located on 372 North Winooski, as well as Juneteenth Open House. It's happening on the 17th. That'll be from 1 to 6 p.m. So definitely come and join in. The informationals and opportunity to get involved civically, and just to hold space for some beautiful and positive connection to Black community and seeing that we're cultivating in the area.
Yeah,
powerful to witness.
Also, find ways to get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, we welcome all. Richard Kemp Center welcoming everybody who just want to be a part of. Who's a part of the community, who just want to maybe get up and recite a poem or just or something. And I just have to say that Richard Kemp was a mentor of mine for many years, and he was a trailblazer in a civil rights and first black person on the Burlington City Council. Richard Kemp, my mentor, Bruce Wilson's mentor, also was a founding member of the community. We both are founding members of the Burlington Community Justice Center, which now is the Community Justice Center across the state. Richard Kemp was just like was a trailblazer. Everybody should support Richard Kemp Center and everything they have to do. Please look online. They're doing a fundraising drive right now, and they always. If you got a Richard Kemp Center, if you got an art gallery like that, we're always fundraising. So always go by there if nothing else, and drop a couple dollars in the box or send them a check or something.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that, because actually they can go to the Patronosity. If they Google Patronosity and Richard Kemp Center, they'll see the 2-to-1 match grant.
Right.
And we're just over the halfway point of raising, so I'm confident we'll be able to raise in the next 30 days. But that will allow us to get from the $10,300 we meet that goal, an additional $20,600 to be able to get a total of $30,009 to renovate the space, to add technology, add to bolstering the community engagement and youth programs and activities that we're doing in the center. Definitely support in any way that you are open and have the capacity to.
No doubt about it. And I'm glad you so eloquently say what how with the funds being raised and how the ways people can actually be a part of it. You ain't got to leave your bedroom. Just go to that
Google Richard Kemp Center and Patronosity, and it will come right up. That's PATRONOCITY.
Awesome. Yes. So we always got to need to support that. If I was just talking to some people at a meeting that I think his name Ayers. Like there's a black person in Bennington who actually fought in the Battle of Bennington, been on Bennington Battle Day, whatever. And a black person who died for Vermont in Bennington, right? And his last name was Ayers. I can't think of his first name, but so I was talking to a group because I'm on a lot of anti-racism boards, and I'm commissioner for the state human rights commission. They're just talking about stuff, and these people who live in Bennington were very, determined about Bennington. I didn't even know this, and so I had to explain it to them that people like me died for people on the Bennington Battle Day. And here's another thing people don't know. that in Middlebury, go to Middlebury College, and the first black person who graduated out of any school, university in the country was Twilight at Middlebury College. And now you go, Twilight, you go right in there, right. And you go see, every time I'm in Middlebury and I go out there to Rotary, I like go see the Twilight building. It's right there, man. Like it's like, I don't know, 5, 6 floors or whatever it is. And I like, let me go in there, I go down in there, creep in there, look around. I feel like, I feel Twilight, or something, But because, what I'm saying, so a lot of people don't know this, Check your history about people who look like me and Rajnii, POC or BIPOC, or just check for my history about us. Learn more about people who look like us, And so you can understand a lot of things and who we are and who we are, and the things that we do. You can understand. You feel like I just right. I think we do go. You know what I mean? Like much love. God bless you. It means everything good. I mean, like good to see you. It means all of that. I mean, and that's right there. That's what it does. That's what it means. You know what I mean? I don't have to go. Good to see you. God bless you. What we do anyway. Right, you know what I mean? But so Rajnii, let's go. Let's talk about Okay, let's just, cause we kind of went up a little bit, but let's talk about your bio or something. Like, why did you get, I know this was you as a youth coming out of your brain, but can you just tell us a little bit about why you are who you are? You know what I'm trying to say, Rajnii.
Definitely. I mean, a lot of real powerful contributions from community inform my story and the man that I am and the artist that I am today and who I continue to grow into being. My mother was the founder, probably my most primarily powerful, informing and inspiring nurturers, She was a founder of the first black writers group in the Northwest, Seattle, Washington, where we're from, known as the African American Writers Alliance. So I was the only child member at age 11, as my daughter is one of the children members of the group we have here called the Black Artist Showcase, and she started writing at 10. So that intergenerational legacy of cultivating and nurturing artistry and creativity and imagination, that connection to self-actualization of purpose, is something that's so crucially strong in our circle. But I had a real loving community that always poured into me, always told me I was going to do great things, and honored my art at a young age, and supported and respected the things that I said, which people don't always receive that value of being sincerely listened to without being patronized. So I think a great deal of who I am now has to do with the people who poured into me, because none of us can be ourselves alone. We're all interdependent. So I was poured into. I always give thanks and gratitude for the rich Seattle community that poured into me. My family from California, from Seattle, the folks who saw me in my fullness and really respected and had reverence for who I am and who I was to become and am still becoming. So I love that. I feel like as a result, I know that that's my path too, to pour into you and to pour into community members and to hold space for people to recognize their own brilliance and find value there and positive affirmation and being mutually inspiring to one another. That's a huge part of who I am. I definitely owe a debt of gratitude to my mother and all the ones who came before.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Wow, I grew up, similar to you did in Chicago, like in the block. And my neighbors, if I got in trouble, and my neighbors saw it, they could shake me just like my parents would, and then they'll tell my parents they'll shake me too. You know what I mean? After they find out what I did, whatever. But right. And so it was a community building, and we learned a lot, And I learned a lot about civil rights because we was part of a lot about civil rights in my family. But I'm telling you, Rajnii. And then here's people telling you, you're gonna be somebody, you're gonna make it, you know what I'm saying? Just keep your head up, whatever. Just
you are somebody. You come from a great and powerful people, full of somebody. Now don't let nobody get twisted to think that that's not the case, because the majority of human history is Black history, is African history. the majority of human history. We come from African people as a human family. Those are our roots. So the fact that we've been misled in this particular era to mainly focus on the accolades of European descendants, that's a misnomer, because even they come from us.
Right.
So, but I was raised in a household where it was intentionally put into our minds to have love and respect and value for our African identity as descendants of Africa, even if we've been displaced in the Americas through our enslavement and the stealing of our ancestors here, to still have pride in every aspect and iteration of our history and legacy, the richness, the resiliency, and the beauty and the brilliance of our natural genius that's inherent in who we are, above and beyond and outside of America and racism and adjacency to any other people. So I think that particular focal point as a way of steeping myself in a deep, rich sense of my own inherent worth and identity is something that still animates me to this day and kind of allows me to comport environments to my inherent worth, no matter where I go, and hold that space for my daughter to do the same, because she'll actually have her own published work out this year too. They have a group, her and her friend Andrea have a group called A+.
Oh man, you know they got to get involved with the gallery, man. They have to.
Oh,
I got
definitely.
space for. I'm building my youth advisory board. I got some youth building it for us. So we're gonna have actually we're meeting tomorrow. You know, so I do youth advisory board. They're gonna be making decisions on the programs, projects, events. Your daughter, once we get settled a little bit, we're gonna by the time you do your showcase, she should be a part of of whatever first want to do there. You know what I mean? That book stuff, that'd be awesome to have her there doing what she's I just do right now. We're doing what she do.
Right,
She's smarter than excuse me. This daughter is probably smarter than more than I don't know how many people I know in Vermont, because she's actually been there and done that. She's boots on the ground. She listens. She's a real incredible listener. I every time I see her, I look at her, she's always just listening and paying attention, and she's not like one of these running around type girls, running, jumping and flipping. She does that too, probably as you, but I'm telling you, she's more of a conservative, man, and she knows more than probably. I don't even know what the ratio of the number is, but most people I know, she knows more than them, based on who we are. And another thing too, Rajnii, this happened before you and I and our ancestors, that we didn't establish Africa being the first man coming from Africa. We didn't claim that. I mean, we didn't establish that. That's just where it is.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That the first man and woman come from Africa.
Yeah, and my understanding, you should take pride in that as a human family. That's your sanity and clarity.
No doubt about it.
The way that we're taught to divide and segregate and kind of box up based on identities out of some weird fascination or misconcept that people are only based as people, are the most useful standard is people of European descent to the entire human family. That's just not true. And the way that we're taught has to catch up to an appreciation of the value of our whole human family, Africa to the present, just to be clear-minded. So my daughter, that's something I always poured into her. So to hear the things that she says in response to our conversations and to what she's immersed in. She came back recently from a trip we took to the National Museum of African American History and Culture. And I asked her, so what are some of your takeaways from this experience? And she said, knowledge. Because some people don't want us to discourage us from being our true selves, and if we didn't have this knowledge, it'd be hard to get it back. And I said, what do you think you would use it for? And she said, well, I will share it with people who are my same age, with other kids who don't know why learning about this stuff is important. And I also spread it so we can lead together. Those are her words verbatim.
Right.
Spread it so we can lead together.
Right.
Incredible,
so
right?
That's so important, right? That's so important that our future, your daughter and her friends are thinking, how can we help educate everybody, and especially our peers, you know what I'm saying? How can we help spread the word on some real history, some real stuff? Not know just, black people enslaved for over 400 years, and black people, all these stereotypical things people say about us, what Oprah might say or whatever. But how can we really, really educate people about Black history, Black who we are, and that's and I think people are trying to kind of, with diversity, equity, and inclusion. I think people are still kind of trying to get it. White people are trying to get it right or learn something or help out. In Vermont, they're very special. The white people who are special in Vermont. Obviously, I've been in Vermont since '89, and if I didn't love white people, I wouldn't be here. Right? Yeah, you've been here for all the years. You've been here. If you didn't love them, you wouldn't be here. So
I love people.
Everybody.
I love people, and I don't. This is probably a deeper conversation, but I think it bears merit to mention. White is a social construct in and of itself. When you talk, what name of people have to do with the geography and the culture that they come from. So white was invented to give Europeans a certain sense in terms of a hierarchy. So white don't even exist.
Right.
I love all people.
White
Looking at the family from Africa to the present, people of European descent included. My contention is with the usage of artificially constructed boxes to separate human beings into color-coded categories that don't have anything to do with our real humanity. So when you talk about diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, I just think about humanizing, about recognizing the value of our shared humanity from a core reality. And that's what I want to share with the youth, share with the people. Yeah. I think that's valuable. Even the Juneteenth. We have a celebration of Juneteenth that was issued into existence as a federal holiday. This started out being something that's celebrated by Black people who are the descendants of enslaved people. And you know how it came about? It was because in Galveston, Texas, people found out 2 years after the fact that we were so-called freed. Let alone the fact that you have no right to free somebody because you have no right to enslave them in the first place. So I think we have a lot to do in terms of redress, bringing justice, and having divine reckoning. But I'm glad to be here as an artist, as a poet, as a community member to bring richness to the discussion and hold space for shared humanity in meaningful, impactful ways that the youth will take to other places we didn't even necessarily envision.
How old you got to be to run for president? Because your daughter, she needs to get in line right now.
I think so. I think she might be in Cornel West cabinet.
Cornel West, baby. Yes. So Rajnii, man, because man, I love to talk with you, and I love, we always talk. We don't never pass each other up, if you're in a conference or doing some, Zoom meeting or something like that, and we just throw out, we just show our love, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we keep going, but and I know we feel the same way. Like if I was sitting there I could sit there for hours with you and talk with you, and then we're gonna feel the same way if we laugh each other about it, because we can't talk. But so Rajnii, damn, bro, you got 2 books.
Yes, sir. Another one on the way.
Look, let's talk about the first one and then go to the second one and then the third.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, the first one came out. Honestly, my mother published my first book of poetry when I turned 18. It was called A Taste of Rage. Rage is my acronym, which stands for Rajnii Alexander Gibson Eddins. So I learned this when I was about 11, and I was so pumped. I was like, oh, wow, my initials spell rage. Didn't realize why until later. It's like, we have a lot of rage-worthy things to encounter in this world, but I'm able to alchemize them into my art in a way that they don't immobilize me or make me sick by internalizing it and not having an outlet to be able to alchemize it to greater value, to impact society and people at large in dynamic ways. But my first book of poetry, as I transitioned into full-time employment as an artist and poet, and using my gift as a way to sustain myself and my family and really actualize and deepen my connection with my purpose in real time, was Their Names Are Mine. So that was that actually happened to be released the year before the pandemic and the global uprisings of 2020, of which many of us got connected in the first place, where the piece in particular called For Trayvon, Mike Brown, and the Countless Unnamed became like an anthem and a ceremony and a ritual to honor the ancestors and the people who were murdered cavalierly by their fellow citizens and human beings and law enforcement and the society at large without consequences, with impunity, to speak life into everybody's moral and humane responsibility collectively to transform that dynamic for the world and for the children and all of its inhabitants and all future generations. So I'm so thankful that was kind of like my entry point to be kind of a divine reckoning to hold space. And I think I'll share that piece of my life long as an example of how you can use that moral indignation out of a devout service to love and to peace in meaningful, powerful ways. But my last book is actually titled In the Coded Language of This Mortal Tongue. And kind of the title track or piece of that one is "Beautiful Sun-Kissed People," which is becoming anthem of its own. I love that so much.
You might have to recite that before we end of the show.
Let me know. I'm happy to do it. At drop of a dime now.
Keep going.
But yeah, I think that the mantra in that piece is "Beautiful Sun-Kissed People," and it's becoming. My intention is to make sure that it becomes a global refrain, because it's necessary to us to value ourselves in our own eyes without the need to see it as a response to other people's misperception of us, but just to really totally holistically appreciate the value of our people from the roots to the fruit. And that's what that piece is all about. I love that so much. It's like an anthem within an anthem too, because it actually has a reference point to a passage from Lift Every Voice and Sing, which of course is the Black national anthem.
See, don't go there, bro, because I might have to have you sing that.
So it's in the piece,
this like
it's
a 5-hour show, bro, because I heard you sing Lift Every Voice. I heard you recite the Beautiful Sun-Kissed People. I heard you, and before we go, you're going to do something, bro.
Let me know.
Oh, God. Okay, well, right now, you're so much about you, bro. People need to know, too, And so, man, Rajnii, bro. When I see you, we look at each other, and we're looking at the wisdom in between the both of us, you know what I mean? And I look at the wisdom at you was like, how you like, wow, beautiful sun-kissed person, you know what I'm saying? And that means beautiful sun-kissed people means not necessarily our color, but that does. But it don't mean our culture. It does. It means who we are. It means that. Our ancestral, what we've been through, our struggles, and so when I look at you and I see and I think about all the things that who you are, or that not all the things I can go on and on about who you are. You know what I mean? Forever, I said be like I'd say 5-hour show, it'd be like a 20-hour show, but. Because you would have to help me say who you are. But, bro, damn. I'm like, wow, bro. I'm just so happy that you help educating us all. And I'm telling you, Rajnii, yo, bro, you know what you educate people on too? Like, you ain't got to say a word. You be having Steve, like we got Stevie Wonder on the list when we brought to the go, on the music,
That's right.
Man, pop a little bit of this, just play just a taste of that, and then this for like 1 minute, man.
You want to put that on?
Minute. Yeah,
I keep Stevie music on me religiously now. This is one of the things that I'm known for, in addition to like passing out bubbles to kids and like they call me the bubble man, they call me the music man, the poet. But yeah, the music has definitely sustained me. Right. In a place that keeps you psychically inundated with less than your own value and worth, you got to find ways to protect your energy. Yeah. So this is one way I do it. So we'll play a selection of Stevie Wonder, All I Do.
Yeah, put that one on there. And then we're going to just put it on for like a minute. But I'm saying, people, when I say white people, they get to hear some culture without you even opening up your mouth. Let's hit some Stevie right now.
You're getting to be my one desire. You're getting to be all that matters to me. And let me tell you, girl,
almost say let the whole album play.
It's hard to turn it
I almost say
down.
let the whole album go. But yeah, we gotta
Give him
keep
just a
talking.
verse, just a taste. That's
Just
right.
give it a little
Let me
bit,
see.
man. With Stevie Wonder. So like, who cannot walk by while you sitting on a bench, whatever you be doing? Sometimes you just listening, processing your brain and having this cool music playing. Who could not walk by and not feel that? Like those drums and xylophones and horns and Stevie on the keyboard and background vocals. Who cannot feel that?
That's energy, that's life. That's
right
right.
inside them, bro. Right?
Just think about you.
Yeah,
That's
no.
who we are. We walk in it. I think about that song and I'm like, yeah, all I do is for you. It's for our people. It's for life. It's for love. It's for peace. It's for beauty. It's for brilliance. It's an ode. I love so much of Stevie Wonder's music in particular is like not just the song itself, but also the spiritual meaning behind it. So it has like an impact that's divine. It has like an intention that's divine. So I always reconnect to that. But I keep music on me 24/7. Trust that.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do, and I'm be happy to see you and hear your music, bro. For all the years that you've done. It's not just the yesterday stuff. This wasn't like last week or last month when he started doing his music. This is years of him playing music. Years, like in the best spots. Like we've been sitting outside and crew coffee, and we've been like in the park right here. We've been sometimes in the malls or whatever. Just in the food court. You hear this music. I have to stop. Okay, I wouldn't care how much rush I'm in. I gotta stop and check it for a minute, man, because what it does is it's everything you said it does, but it also brings it's life within a person. It brings out the goodness in you. It makes you feel better. You walk with a limp when next thing you get past that music, baby. You got some pep in your step.
Right,
You got to be raised up a little bit, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on the music, all types of music that does that for them. It's heart and it's lifting, it's mind, it's your body, and it's your soul. And that's what the music. That's why we have music in our gallery, because to me that's what makes the world go around. Music. I'm not a musician or an artist, but you know what? We've done over 700 events in this state, and I know about music and art. I just don't do it. But one day I will. Maybe when I get my youth board, they're gonna do some art. So I might have to sit down. Let them teach me how to do some art.
Try your hand at it.
Try my hand at it.
I'm having some music out myself this year too. I have some projects I've been working on probably for close to 10 plus years.
Wow.
I have like over 1,000 songs I never released.
Wow, well, you know what, bro? We're building a recording studio in the back in our art gallery, too. So, like, it's another 800, our space is like 8,000 square feet, and in the back is like another, well, it's like 7,000 up front and another 1,000 in the back, And so we're going to put a art studio on one side, and then another part is going to be a recording studio. And so we're working on that with our incredible sponsors. So, we always had our galleries. We always had our recording studios in our malls, in the malls that I owned, whatever, through the years. For our youth centers, we always had recording studios because that was popular for youth and families and everybody in community. And so, it's a great outlet. That's something you can come in there and record something, do some poetry, and all of a sudden you leave with like a CD or leave something on a disc or whatever it is. And then, you leave with, and then you can be able to show it to people. You can put it on your press kit and send it out to music school, Oberlin, or music schools to do to show that wow, this is me, this is how I perform on the stage, and here I was with Rajnii Eddins, and all these, that's, we try to help people with their goals, dreams. Now, we do help them. That's why we got over 50 awards. But it's probably way more than that, but not an award. But I know we help hundreds of people. But the thing is that the good thing about it is that that's what art's so wonderful do. That's all we do is help people with their goals, dreams, and aspirations, and provide safe and healthy outlets and safe places for people to come and do what they do. And we help you do it. We ask our sponsors, this person want to be a doctor, lawyer, or an Indian chief. Now, you know what? I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or an Indian chief, but I do know 2 Indian chief and a doctor, lawyer, and we walk them right to those individuals, whoever they want to be, right at the top. we sit on the central level, work with our governors and senators of America. Of course, I'm a commissioner. Yeah, I'll tell you a funny joke. Here's a funny joke, Rodney. So I was on the Zoom, right? I was on the Zoom. So I said over my mental health and some other ones too. And I was on the Zoom and they was talking. You know how you just kind of you in, but you're not. You know, sometimes you just black out for a minute. And they're like, "Well, what do you think about it, Commissioner Wilson?" And I'm like, "So I'm waiting on somebody. I'm waiting on Commissioner Wilson to say something, right?" And I was like, "Oh shit, that's me." You know what I mean? You know. And so I don't tell nobody to call me Commissioner Wilson, and then that's corny. That's kind of corny to me, but I am. So you know what I mean. So it's you know, and I have to let people know that sometimes. You know what I mean? From the Human Rights Commission and I'm a commissioner 3 times in the state right now currently. But I have to let them know that sometimes, because sometimes they take you for granted and don't, you know, they think that you something, you're just nobody, you stereotypical black person as people see us, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't misplace the value. Yeah.
Right. So here's another one. So I was in my art gallery. And I was sitting at the front, you know what I mean, that's the front. And they called some people from the mall, some white people walking in the mall came and said, "Wow, you got the best job ever." And they say, "How'd you get this job?" You know? And I said, one day, I talked to my youth board and they were talking about art and stuff, and I decided to open up a gallery. And they said, "You own this place," you know what I mean? So they look at me like I'm just, well, not just I'm just, because the employees are the best people. Right. Without them, you can't get nothing done. But like they assumed they didn't use the right words. They didn't think the right way. When they saw me, they thought I was just not just, but I was a person, employee, which I am. Because if you're in charge of you the coordinator, you the director, you the garbage man, you got to take the garbage out. So yeah, I'm all. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I do it all. I've been doing it forever, and I don't mind doing it. It's the best work I can do, you know what I mean? But so Rajnii, let's go over that show. Let's go over those events again. Let's go tell the audience about what you got upcoming.
So to recap, I think I didn't mention before, but at the Richard Kemp Center, which is located 372 North Winooski, we have a chess club that happens every Tuesday, and that's from 5 to 6:30. So definitely feel welcome to attend. In addition, this Saturday, we have the Poetry Experience from 1 to 3 p.m. That's every second and fourth Saturday at Fletcher Free Library, generally in the Pickering Room. Definitely feel welcome. You can also join via Zoom and go to Fletcher Free Library's website to get the Zoom specifically if you want to join through virtual means. So you have alternative means to attend. We also do a monthly Black is Beautiful film series, and this month we'll be watching Crooklyn, a Spike Lee film, on June 24th at 3 p.m. in the Pickering Room. It's classics. We'll also be having the Juneteenth open house.
I miss Malcolm X, man. But
we'll bring it back.
Okay,
though.
all right.
We also have the Juneteenth at the Richard Kemp Center, the Juneteenth open house on June 17th from 1 to 6 p.m. So definitely come and support. Go to www.richardkempcenter.org to learn more information about activities and how to get involved with the patronosity, ensuring we reach our goal to be able to renovate the space and continue to provide exemplary services to Black youth and youth across the greater community. We also have the summer activities kicking off on the 19th, and you can also learn more about how to apply and get your youth involved, ages 8 to 18, at www.richardkempcenter.org. For more details, give a call to 802-391-4335. So that's about what we have right now.
That's a lot, bro. That's a full calendar. That's a whole full. That's calendar, and not to mention what we're going to create in our space with you.
That's right. Oh, I didn't even mention. We have the Black Artist Showcase on the 16th at Venetian Soda Lounge from 6 to 8 p.m. and on the 30th at Crew Coffee from 6 to 8 p.m. So definitely feel welcome to attend those as well. And I believe we'll be performing for Juneteenth proper, opening up for Arrested Development.
Oh man,
So
I know them, bro. I know them.
Awesome.
I know.
Yeah,
I can't wait to
right?
go. I'm gonna be right there. Yo.
And we're going to see
right
beautiful sun-kissed people. We should get a practice run right now just to let them have it.
That's right. So that's you. You must knew that I was gonna ask you. You know, you got any last words you want to say before you take us out with beautiful sun-kissed people? You got any last things to say?
I just want to say I appreciate everything that you're doing, Bruce, for the youth and for the community. And please support Art So Wonderful. Support Richard Kemp Center. Support brothers and sisters doing positive things across the board for youth and community, because we need each other. When everything hits the fan and we're going through dire straits, it's going to become much more apparent. But while we still have this space and life and breath to carry on as we are, let's just make sure we do our best to honor each other and support each other with kindness and compassion and hold space for health and well-being and collective prosperity, because that's what life's about. So this is a piece called Beautiful Sun-Kissed People. It's in the text in the coded language of this mortal tongue.
Well, how can people?
You
get your books.
You can get this copy, and their names are mine as well. If you go to www.rajnieeddins.org, and so definitely feel welcome to support in that space. Also, I would say you can look forward to in the next 2 weeks another release of my third text, which is called Free Rights and Other Uncommon Routes to Black Boy Joy. So
you need
so
beautiful Sun-Kissed People.
once again, their names are mine in the coded language of this mortal tongue.
No doubt.
All right.
Wow, that's some powerful books, bro.
This is my mother on the cover. That's right. Randii Eddins. I wouldn't be here without her.
Wow.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
So this is called Beautiful Sun-Kissed People, and this goes out to all my beautiful Sun-Kissed people.
All right, man. I mean, that's me too, bro.
That's right. Come on now. And the cameraman.
That's Travis.
Shout out to
Travis. I can't remember the person.
Beautiful sun-kissed people, walking miracles, unfolding parables, ancient scrolls and ocean's throes. Love be a rose adorning your ears. This morning will not bring mourning nor a thorn in tears. This forever moment is shorn of fears. Say, beautiful sun-kissed people, we are on the cusp of overthrowing overseers, light years beyond heckles and jeers. No more tanning our hides where Dr. Jekyll steers. This love is sheer, transparent and near, as dear as your closest relative here. Say, beautiful sun-kissed people, no conversation.
Kids, people.
Come on, no conversation on us being equal. Just entertaining the thought is evil. We weave full, fully woven, lost and found, traded and stolen. But look what the eye beholding. Say, beautiful sun-kissed people.
Beautiful sun-kissed people.
Golden, black and free and ebony, mahogany and mocha bee. Chocolate Haagen-Dazs can't see. Rivers running melanin, shallow men be monitoring. But Most High got it all intents and purposes in sovereign skin. Watch this their Palma sins, journeying and frolicking. Summer breezes talking with the autumn wind. How winter just won't break our stride. Too much spring and step for us to hide. Our victory is justified. Say, beautiful sun-kissed people.
Beautiful sun-kissed people.
Solarized with older ties, our currency ain't tokenized. We close to those focused and wise, whose feet arise on open skies. We white supremacy eulogizing, blessed ministry new horizon, and desperate attempts at euphemizing our brilliance to futile lies still will never neutralize. Too many youth been euthanized, fed sweet as prey to tooth decay, but truthfully our rootful way has truth to say, adorns the night, salutes the day, in beauty that the stars obey. Say, beautiful sun-kissed people.
Beautiful sun-kissed people.
I relate to you so musically, and oh, the joy it brings. Like, lift every voice and sing, tell earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Let earth and heaven ring in sacred oaths, 'cause after all we are betrothed to wondrous wonders of untold, great grand good fortune that broke the mold. Can't buy us off with moldy bread. We've more than crumbs inside our heads, and crusts just will not satisfy when banquets alone are ours divine. We walk in gourmet grandma made, deliciousness in every shade. Say, sun-kissed people.
Beautiful sun-kissed people.
Say, beautiful, blessed, bountiful sun-kissed people.
Beautiful, bountiful sun-kissed people.
I praise the path that plants our flag, squarely in earth a self-made baskin. A glorious newfound approach that predators cannot encroach, that parasites and wayward folks at a mere glimpse will cough and choke. See, this radiance is brighter still than every sun that lights a hill. It calls from something deep within and pours from vocal cords and pen. Say, beautiful sun-kissed people.
Beautiful sun-kissed people.
I'm nourished just to see you. You furnish my living room with life abundant killing gloom. You water every plant I have and flourish my gardens green and vast. Sing lullabies to my inner child and soothe all fears of foul defile. You spray me with your sense of grace and lovingly embrace my face. Say I am you and we are race that founded every human trace. Say sun-kissed people.
Sun-kissed people.
I wake with your poems on my tongue. In my chest I hear your drum. From my lips I hear your hum. It gets me high and drunk as rum. On you I am forever spun. Your melanin I'll never shun. With you I am forever one. Has there been better? Never one. Say sun-kissed people.
Sun-kissed people.
I bequeath these odes to you, your next of kin and children too, and their children's 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 view will yet still match your vibrant hue. You supernatural sorcery, to walk in temples gorgeously, shaming cathedrals far and near, make a white Christ pale in the mirror. Sun-kissed children, you are it. Don't let nobody tell you shh. Unless they fertilize in soil. To grow a rose regal and royal, to don a rose upon a rose, of red and black and green and gold, so poetically bestowed it dignifies your inner throne. Sun-kissed children marvelous, miraculous magnificence, outlandishly so unabashed, unapologetic sass, ultra-magnetic blackness, the right goddess on your epitaph. That's blasphemy, surely, right? Cause we know true gods never die. Sun-kissed children, you kiss my eyes with all that sunshine you applying. I say I am in love for true, cause you are me and I am you. From head to toe and all between, I love these princes, kings, and queens. I even find you in my dreams, and when I wake I vow to breathe, and breathe to vow. With every vowel and consonant I can't pronounce, announce to cosmos all your feats, build castles for your sweet retreats, goose-feathered pillows, black satin sheets, a sacred lounge to rest your crown from all them wounds been crying out. Sun-kissed people have no doubt, you're all I am, what I'm about. Can't tell my story without your page, hell every chapter be erased. You sew my lines so seamlessly. We vibe on higher frequency. So let's not love in secrecy.
That's right.
My sun-kissed people, we be's the key.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Beautiful sun-kissed people.
That's us. That's our folk.
That'd be all of us coming all different shades and colors.
Come on, let the music carry it out.
They down there practicing soon for the Jazz Fest.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So, Rajnii, wow, this has been like a real packed in show right here, bro. You know, we've covered so much. You know what I mean? Wow. I mean, I'm just like so excited. You always leave me like this. You know, like I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it, and I'm just like trying to absorb it. You know what I mean? And it's hard. It's hard to put everything like who you are, what you just said, and what the show was about, and what we didn't come in here with a agenda or for the show. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we knew each other, and we know that whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be who we are. You know what I mean? For real, on the real. And so, yeah, Rajnii. I just want to keep going, but we got to cut it off. So come on, bro, give me some final words for our show.
I just want to say, I really appreciate you holding space for me to connect and hold space for the good things that we're doing in the community. You're part of a powerful legacy. You gave respect and reverence to Brother Richard Kim. Your mentor. It's got to speak respect on his name. Respect on all the folks. The Clemens, matriarch and patriarch. All these different folks in community who have enriched us and cultivated us and planted seeds for our future growth and development. We just want to continue to be a part of that building of the garden and bring great things to fruition. So sending love and light to everybody out there. Do what you can to add some value to the world and believe in yourself. Know that you have something of value to offer, and that we all share that together.
I want to say too, some people. Thank you for sharing this. Some people, like white people, they want to really, be involved and learn more about our culture. You're a straight up educator as well. You mostly are an educator because that's what you do. You just teach them everything you do. You just teach them everybody. But they want to know. A lot of white people ask me, "What can we do? How can we help out?" And I would say, don't besides to write your check to the Richard Gibb Center or Art So Wonderful, don't just go out and try to do something on your own. Go talk to Rajnii Eddins, and he'll get you involved in the many communal things he do. You probably have some philosophy and words and for poems that he's written or writing, or he's always writing. He's writing a damn poem right now in his head that I know this guy. But so you could be a part of that. Work with the youth in the community. Bring your kids around our well, my kids are grown now, but all around the younger kids, Rajnii's youth group. Bring your kids to the Richard Gibb Center and learn from them. Let everybody learn from each other, you know what I mean? And that's how I say, get involved, you know what I mean? What we do. Don't try to create them, because obviously you don't know what to create because you don't look like me, or Rajnii, or people who looks like us. But you can just be around those people. You'll learn a lot, and you know how to fit in, you'll know how to fit in. That's what I would say to white people in the state of Vermont and white people around the world. Just go to a Black Ebenezer church or something, or go to one of our churches here at New Alpha Church. Go there and learn from all the people of color there, the Reverend and the New Alpha Church right there on Lucy Avenue in Burlington. The Congregation Church. Just go there, and they have church services at the Richard Gibb Center as well. Look online, find out what it is. Just go there. You gotta say a word, but listen and learn. That one day, I'm surely you will be saying a word, and you will want to do something more, and you'll feel so good because Black people churches, Black people, what they do, it's all uplifting. Even they was in the cotton field, they were singing songs. They were singing songs that was like uplifting, like we're gonna give you one day. You know what I mean? And then they have this thing. It wasn't even about the slave. It was like, what? I'm gonna pick more cotton than you today. You know what I'm saying? It's not because for the slave master. It's because that's just having fun. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pack up myself. I'm gonna pick more cotton. I'm gonna reach up higher or whatever. Lower and get that. And so we always people say that Black people are always taking a hit, and when we should, just like real quickly, like Obama when he became president, I don't think nobody in the world should have ran for president at the time he did, with 2 wars, recession, and all the things he had to deal with, you know what I'm saying? And then people had the nerve to say that he started the recession. And he started 2 wars. He took out Bin Laden or whatever for bombing 9/11. And so what he did was the smartest thing I've ever seen a president can do. He so-called Obamacare. Millions of people are alive today because of that. And guess what? The restructuring, the monies that he spent on. He said, let's spend these $1 trillion on ourselves. We're gonna build roads, fix our roads and buildings. I'm gonna give you some stimulus money so you can stimulate the world. This country. And we put these people to build these bridges and build our own bridges and highways. They got jobs. They will help stimulate. Sure enough. Did he stimulate it? Yes, he did. And even Trump had to keep going with it. He couldn't get rid of Obamacare, and he had to give out stimulus checks. He had to, because he saw that was working, And so that was the smartest thing Obama have done. And they said, "You look at our now it's what is it? The recession. Now it's over $1 trillion now because of him. Because they don't say that how much came back. We got to build out the banks. We got to build out the car. Of course, that's what people buy. Cars and they need loans from banks. Bail them out. Banks was paying that money back. Car dealers were paying that money back because we buy cars. You think somebody buy a car and get a loan from a bank? Well, that stimulus the country. Heck yeah. So people, look at the real facts. That's what Rajnii Eddins always preach the facts. He goes about what it is. He work with our mind, body, and soul, all the things that try to let you feel who you are in this world. And so I'm just so happy, sir, to have you on our show. We give it to you like we
appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Always, bro.
More to come.
Yes, sir.
All right,
yes, sir. That's us all day. So I want to say thank you for tuning in to the Art So Wonderful show. My very special guest, Rajnii Eddins, poet, extraordinaire. It'd be another show if I keep going on all the good words that I can say about Rajnii. But thank you again, Rajnii, and thank you for tuning in. And check out the Art So Wonderful Gallery at the University Mall when you get time. Thanks. Bye.